Hey, what's up? My name is Jaquan,
I'm Jasmine.
and welcome to the Film Spill.
So today, guys, we're going to be doing a review of the movie The Old Guard. And disclaimer, if you have not seen this movie and you want to see it, please go watch it and then come back and listen to our review. So this is an action fantasy film, and I'm going to read the short summary. A group of mercenaries, all centuries old immortals with the ability to heal themselves, discover someone is onto their secret and they must fight to protect their freedom.
Yeah, so when we talk a little bit about my rating, I would definitely give this film, I would say 3.5, close to 4. I really didn't have too many things wrong with it. Other than that, it was kind of one of those films that would I watch it again? Maybe no, but I definitely will watch the sequel. It definitely made me want to, I was more intrigued about okay, what's gonna happen next. It definitely ended with some cliffhangers. So I would really give it 3.5, maybe 4 on a good day, but I'm gonna just say 3.5 for right now. So let's get into my pros and my cons. So the first pro that I have, I love that it was an action movie. I really love action movies, and it definitely was very action packed. You know, a lot of fighting, a lot of guns and stuff like that. It was definitely dope to watch. Another pro that I had, I really love the supernatural aspect of it. So them having the ability to regenerate, I thought that was really dope. And I like how she explained it too. Like, well, we're not really immortal. We just basically regenerate. And then I like how she even went in detail and said, eventually we may stop regenerating and then we can die, because it happened to a few of the quote unquote other immortals that she had knew. Andy, the main character. Another pro that I had, I love that there's going to be a sequel. It was reported back on January 27, 2021, that Netflix had greenlit a sequel. And if you can't wait to watch the sequel and want to know what's going to happen next, they also have a graphic novel to you can like read that book and tell you a little bit about what's going to happen next into the film, into the series, I guess you can say. Another one of my pros, I love the ending when they showed Now jumping out of the window, killing Merrick, the bad guy. I thought that was dope because she did it knowing that, all right, cool, we both gonna maybe die, but I have regenerative. I don't know if I'm saying she can regenerate. She has those powers, and I thought that was really dope. Once again, I love action movies, so it was cool to see that. And I also like the cliffhanger. So just I'm gonna call her Q. I don't know how to say her name. It's like Queenie or something. I don't know how to say her name, so I'm just gonna say Q. I liked how they brought her into the fold, because she was hinted at a few times throughout the film. So I really liked that. Let me get in a little bit into my cons. So I wish they would have, in my opinion, I feel like they should have threw Booker into the ocean, the one who betrayed them, because he ended up, it was a person that was around them for a long time, and he ended up betraying them in a way where they were basically being hunted and stuff like that. And that was very crazy. They ended up, I think, punishing him to like 100 year of like loneliness or something like that. I thought they should have locked him up or something. Because by them not locking him up, you see towards the end, he ended up meeting with the Q girl, which now he can basically be a threat. Cause I think she looked like kind of crazy. Like, I don't think she was similar to the other ones. Like, I felt like she was more so like vengeful, that type of person. So we never know what's gonna happen. The next thing we talked about, the cliffhanger with Q. We don't know how she escaped. It was just like, all right, cool. We hinted at this person. She was thrown into the river. I think they was saying that the people who threw her in there was like, they were saying that she practiced witchcraft, which is anytime you do anything with magic back in the day, they were like, witch. So they threw her into this ocean, and basically she was just drowned. She continues to just drowns over and over again, which is kind of like a horrible way to die.
Really crazy.
Really crazy. But yeah, then like towards the end, she just appeared in Booker's apartment. It's like, okay, how did you get there? At least showing her how she escaped. Maybe not interacting with Booker, but they could have just shown how she escaped and got to the land. The next thing too, I read a few articles. They say it was predictable. It wasn't too predictable. I guess you can say in a sense it kind of was. I knew some of the stuff was going to happen, but for the most part, like I said, I was definitely entertained, and I wish they would have had more character development. So I wish they would have a little bit more backstories on all the other characters, even now, and things like that. But other than that, like I said, I would recommend watching it. It was a dope movie. If you love action movies, if you love the supernatural and stuff like that, you would definitely enjoy this film. Netflix, you got you one.
Yeah, for my rating, I'll say a 3.5 as well. I did not think I was going to like this movie at all because I just do not usually like a lot of fighting. And I feel like from the trailer, it just seemed like a lot of fighting. I'm more of a storyline type of person. I don't really care for fighting, so I did not think I liked it, but I liked it a lot. I think it was cool. Like he said, they were centuries old. Like, do you know how old that is? Like, that's really, really old.
Yeah, really old.
And so they had regenerative healing powers basically, and so they worked as mercenaries basically trying to take out bad people. um the thing that was crazy to me was that they had a rule of never working for the same employer twice,
Yeah,
and they
they
broke
broke
their
it.
own rule, and that's
Broke
what
it.
happened was the person, they said he was a former CIA operative. He basically got them ambushed,
And killed. Yeah, just to.
and
Um,
because he basically filmed them. He wanted to see how they regenerated, and he showed the video to some people, and so that's when they sent people to capture them.
yeah.
But they broke their own rule, which is,
Yeah.
you know,
Stay the
you want to,
course, baby.
yeah, you want to trust people, but that's what happened when they did that.
Yeah.
When Now came into the picture, it was crazy because she was very new. So like they said her throat got slit and then she healed. So she was confused
Oh, what was going
what
on?
was going on, and they said something about they were having dreams, like when there's a new immortal, they have dreams about them
Like, yeah,
until
like
they
they
can
are
find
connected.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that was really cool, but I know that's very confusing. Like if you just go through that and you
Yeah.
start
Like,
healing, you're gonna like,
what is
what's
going
going
on?
on? But yeah, that was cool. Also, the cute girl, did they say she was the first?
I don't remember. I think she just wasn't she just with Andy? Like she was a
I
part of their clique or
remember
something. Like early on.
okay, maybe I think they said she was the first of Andy's
Yeah,
comrades.
one of her
Okay,
comrades.
so maybe she wasn't the very first immortal, but it was like Andy's first comrade. Yeah, and like he said, she was thrown into the sea, into an Iron Maiden, and she was continually drowning because like she would wake up, she would be underwater, she would drown, and then her body would heal again, and then she'd wake up and stuff. So I think that was just really crazy. And then like he said, how did she get out? But I like that they didn't tell us that, because
Oh, you did?
you yeah, because you I feel like have to wonder about something. Like if a movie wants to make a sequel, why would they give you all the answers in the movie? They're
Yeah.
gonna leave some stuff for the sequel, so it makes your mind wonder. It sucks when they're making a sequel and it gets canceled. Now you're really just wondering. But if there's a sequel you're looking forward to, you know they're gonna give you some of the answers. But when I was looking it up, of course it's a mystery. But some of the stuff people were saying, like that people are just guessing. Like maybe over time the metal corroded to the point where she was able to break free, or maybe it washed up
Oh,
ashore
sure, yeah.
and
Maybe.
somebody found it, or maybe somebody was like exploring underneath the water,
And
underneath the
open it
sea,
for her.
and retrieved it and
Yeah.
opened it. So it's different ways that she could have got out or whatever, but I think that's cool, and I hope they touch on that in the sequel
Yeah, they
about how
got
she
to.
got out. Yeah, like just going more into her story, because we don't know that much about her, but she's a very important character obviously. So hopefully they touch more about her, and like you said, she appeared at the very end of the movie. So yeah, I think it was a really good movie. I didn't think I would like it at all, and I really, really, really liked it, and I would love to see the sequel. So I'll give it a 3.5.
Definitely. So, you guys, want to thank you so much for listening to us talk about Old Guard. Make sure you guys share, subscribe, comment, like, and all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for checking in with us.